What you guys, a mandatory update for Windows 10 has caused a boot failure with BitLocker recovery. You'll see on the screen something like this, but during the installation of KB5058379, this locks up Windows 10 during boot up, and you constantly get the BitLocker recovery screen during the startup process. Microsoft have confirmed that they have looked into this and tried to rush out an update for people that are using Windows 10. You can see here Windows 10 might repeatedly display the BitLocker recovery screen at startup, and this was all due to a mandatory update of KB5058379. They have resolved this by releasing a KB5061768 file, which you can download from their catalog store, and I'll show you that in a second. So the scenario is basically that PC will try to install the Windows 10 KB5058379 file onto your system again and again. And because it can't install and it's a security patch, what happens is at some point it will reboot and go into startup repair. And this is where the Windows will try to block the installation of the file. And when Windows Update is blocked, the startup repair will roll back to a previous update. And this is where you'll be going back to your desktop again. But also in some cases, startup repair also fails during the update process, which causes a reboot loop, which is one of the worst things you can get. And it would not stop trying to install this update over and over again, and startup repair will not stop itself from installing this update, and startup repair will also step in because it's also having issues, and this will be a constant reboot loop that you're getting caught up in, and this can be very, very frustrating. And basically what will happen is you'll end up going back to the BitLocker recovery screen during boot up. Now, for the non-tech savvy or average user of a computer, reboot loops are an absolute nightmare, and they're very, very difficult for those people to try and resolve. So Microsoft are aware of this issue, and they have released a file which you can download and manually install onto your system to try and resolve this issue if you are receiving this issue. Now, a lot of people might be wondering why make a video about this if they've already released a file to fix it. Well, some people may have updates on pause, or maybe they just haven't received this update yet. They've been on holiday, come back, turn the PC on, it starts to update, and lo and behold, you end up with the BitLocker recovery issue. So it's for those people that have not had this update yet, and they may have had it on pause and it's now rolled out this update, and you're now getting this nasty reboot loop or nasty issue with Windows. But there is a solution, and I'll quickly show you the Microsoft Update catalog, where you can download the KB5061768 file to install it onto the system, and after restart, return to your BIOS. It says basically the instructions right here. I will leave this in the video description so you can basically take a look at it. But as you can see right here, there's some updates here which you can download and install onto your system, and hopefully this will be the end of it. Probably have to ask the question is, why Microsoft worrying about Windows 10 right now with the end of Windows 10 coming in October? Maybe it's the case that they are still trying to fix issues with this for people that continue to use Windows 10 for a number of years afterwards on IoT LTSE systems and things like that. Just want to quickly point out as well about licensing for IoT LTSE. I had someone in the comments talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about. You can pick these keys up. Yes, you can probably pick these keys up, but they will be pirated keys. IoT LTSE versions are not for home users. You cannot purchase these freely available on the internet. They will be volume keys, and they will not be able to be activated in a normal way. They're probably getting activated via KMS activator or something like that. But I can tell you right now, you cannot get IoT LTSE versions as a home user. You will not be able to go to a site and buy these keys legitimately. If you are buying these on the internet and you have plans on using Windows 10 to 2035 on that old system, then you are going to have other issues. I've made videos about this. You can also watch that video. So if you are looking about getting those keys, be careful because those keys are not legit keys. Now, LTSC is completely different to IoT LTSC. Just remember that. Anyway, with that said, my name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Big shout out to all my YouTube members who join my YouTube members group. I appreciate the support. I shall catch you in the very next video, or I'll see you on our Discord server for a chat. The link is in the video description. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.